Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Dark Roast with Kai Dorsey. I am your host, Kai Dorsey. And, excuse me, I was drinking some water. And today we're going to be talking about, well, honestly, I recently just started school. And I kind of noticed at school that people are really incredibly, and I don't know if it's just like, if it's a purpose thing, like if they're purposely doing this, but they're really antisocial. And with this antisocial behavior, I found that people are, they have a misconception, and their views are really diluted of a lot of things, like whether they like the authenticity of somebody, or even how certain things are, and then it's funny because now I'm getting around all these people who I usually, I view them in like the Twitterverse or Facebook or maybe even Instagram, and I witnessed how their, I'd say what I'd call their insecurities or their social shortcomings are. And to be honest, I think people really they really put more of themselves on the internet than they do in real life nowadays, and it's scary. It's frightening to think that, because, well, not even to think anymore, to know, to have, went to the valley of shadow of death and saw these I don't want to be rude, but these fucktards, to be honest. Like these people who are truly more concerned with how a filter makes them look, on a camera, on a phone, on the internet, in cyberspace, or in this social realm. And then, when they get on the outside and I'm looking at them and I'm seeing, like, not only are most of the females, and the ones who would be considered the most beautiful ones have the most makeup on. Like, they wear the best mask. And to me, it's like, that's not really beauty, and it's not to, discriminate or say that all, women who put on makeup and blah, 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 that shit that can be misconstrued as some type of misogyny or misogynistic mindset. But it's more so that, like, I'm watching you guys, or I'm seeing the females, and it's like, you're not empowered by this makeup. It's more like a drug. Like, you don't think yourself good unless you have this makeup on. And then with the makeup, it's like they all dress the same. Each female, like, there's like maybe 5 to 10 different types of, ways to dress, and each female has a variation of it. For the dudes, it's kind of the same thing. You know what I mean? Like, you can tell that these dudes have either, like, one, they're just, thin, scrawny dudes, and they have a certain, je ne sais quoi about themselves. It's like, oh, they're dressed trendy, or the dude is, he got a gym membership for summer, and you can tell it's only for the summer, and he really only goes hard during the summer. You can tell no definition, no nothing, but he's wearing, a tank top or something that makes sure that that bro hit the gym. And other than that, like, out of that spectrum, that's your two main demographics of people, right? Of course, male and female. But then after that, you start to get into, like, there's the people who wouldn't be considered the norm, or the people who aren't trendy. Those are the ones who are different. And then even the people who are different, it's like they're a certain type of different. And it's weird. It's like everything's classified in certain little drawers. No one says hi. No one says anything to each other. Everybody puts their headphones in. Like, I walk around with headphones, but I'll usually even have my music low enough so I can go, hey, hi, how you doing? Have a conversation, some type of, some verbal communication, because I need that. You know what I mean? I don't understand how these people don't need that. And for the most part, it's more of a scary thing for me, because as a 23-year-old who is in this environment right now where I'm seeing more people who are younger than me, like, it's the first time in my existence that I'm like the third or second or first oldest person in the room. And being there, I'm looking, and I'm even, I'm seeing even the people my age, or they're just so shut out, As in, like, well, I won't say that because I found that more people who are my age or even a little closer to me, they've been communicative, they've been talking, but it's this weird little bug I'm finding that like people's true essence is more online than it is in public. I had this experience. I put it on my Facebook where this morning, like today was just like one of those days where the universe had tested me more than I thought I could handle. And the first thing that happens that really pissed me off today was we're sitting there. I'm walking through the campus. I think I had just got up to go to the registration office. I think I had got on campus about 7:30 this morning. And I'm walking to there, and I see the security's opening the doors, and I see this crowd of people, even as I'm walking up. And there's a dude in front of him, and you can see him from even the back, that he's in a wheelchair. He's not pretending. He's not. He's maybe a little. He's a chunky man, but it's only probably because of his injuries or what's due to him. So there's a crowd of people, and they're all standing around him now. As the security goes and opens the door, they get closer and closer. When you put the meat and dangle it in front of the group of dogs, it's like, oh my God, I want it, right? Now, when it comes to him open the doors and it's open and it's time to go, and he's walked away, all these people begin to rush. And now this kid is in this wheelchair, this man, he's in an awkward position because he's not as tall as anyone. I believe he's probably sitting about, 4 feet, maybe 4.5 feet. You know what I mean? He's really stunted because he's in a wheelchair. And these people basically have pushed him to the point where he can't even back up to open the door and swing it open. So if he does open this door, this man in a wheelchair is going to have to awkwardly position himself and hold the door for everyone. This immediately triggered me. Not one of them were willing to open the door. They were going to force this man to hold the door open for them. So I came and I went and I opened this door and I hold it for him. And I go, oh, come in, brother. He goes, oh, thank you so much. I had the biggest sigh of relief ever I've seen. And it was amazing because I didn't do it because I wanted this attention or people to go, oh my God, that guy is holding the door for them. I did it because it was the human decency. I'm seeing someone who was struggling, and even when they're reaching for the door, knowing that they're going to have to do the inevitable, which is going to be probably, hell for them, because not only did he have to, if he wouldn't have got in there first, he would have had to wait behind all these people and have to maneuver through lines and all of the bullshit that comes with the monotonous crowding of a long line, or the first week of college registration. Everybody knows this. Who's been there, but if not, like it's just a hell. It's stupid, especially if you have to deal with being crowded with a lot of people. Now, that's number one, and with that moment, like even then when I just wanted to tell everybody, like you're like, how could you be so cruel, like to see what was going on, and like you weren't even gonna make a move towards doing the right thing. But then the looks on their faces, even when I held the door, the percentage of them didn't say thank you, didn't even care. They just he's doing what he has, doing what he's supposed to do. You know what I mean? Like, but aren't we all supposed to do that? You know what I mean? Now, the next instance was I get into Chick-fil-A. And now, the Chick-fil-A down near Citrus College, it's super amazing. The food was great. I'm so sad that I had the experience I did, though. I'm coming in, and I see the majority of the workers are blonde hair, blue eyed. And even the Hispanic ones, like they're light brown. Everybody looks very, very clean, which I like that, enjoy that in an establishment. So I'm not disregarding it or dissing anything because of what these people look like. But something I did make sure I didn't do was make a perception of these people like, oh, they're going to treat me wrong because these people look this way. I went, this is a really nice place. I'm probably going to feel some love when I get in here. Now, I get up there and I see the girl, the blonde-haired, blue-eyed girl, is talking to this guy, white guy. and she's happy. Like, she's happy. And I'm like, all right, cool. You know what I mean? Like, I really haven't even got a feel from anywhere. I haven't eaten anywhere around here. You know, I think the most interaction I had with somebody in an establishment was a gas station. So I go up after this man, and she's smiling. He goes away. Boom. She looks at me. The smile goes away. She now has a look of caution in her eyes. And to paint a picture, I'm dressed in a button-up shirt that is very, very nice. Very, very dapper. Very sharp. I actually got complimented on the way I was dressed today. Dark blue denim jeans, and some dress shoes. This is how I actually usually dress. And even if I don't, I think I have like a pair of Nikes that, you know, I wear, but they're not flashy or anything. They're just, you know, plain black Nikes, and I'll wear a cardigan sweater or a button up. Like, I don't really jump outside the realm of, you know, just looking sharp. Now, I'd always have a belt on too. So mind you, and I have glasses, and my face hair is clean, my head's bald. Now, mind you, nothing about me screams ghetto or quote unquote niggerish or thug. Now I'm saying, hello, miss, how you doing today? Blah blah blah. Oh, hi, blah blah blah. She shortchanges me on conversation. What do you want? You know, I'm like, oh, okay. So, and I'm still like looking at her, and it's so awkward because I knew that if I continue to look at her, that I was going to notice more and more. And it was kind of like those pictures that you see something's wrong, and it's like the more you look at it, the more things you notice that are wrong, right? But this wasn't something that was funny. It was more so like, wow, this is 2016. This is Glendora, California. And I, you know, continued my order. I ordered what I want, knew what I wanted. I even made it to the point to where, you know, hey, like, this is, you know, I know what I want. I'm not, you know, going to bother you with any extra foolishness that most customers would, blah, blah, blah. No bad conversation. And as I'm giving her my money, she takes my money very quickly. Come to find out later, she overcharged me. She charged me for a large, gave me a small drink. And then when I asked for the drink, I was like, can I have a lemonade? She was like, oh, what do you want to drink? I was like, oh, well, I want a lemonade. And I was like, oh, actually, can I get a high C instead? And she goes, oh, you want a high C? Okay, cool. Now, when she gives me the high C, it was at the end. It was in a small cup, too. A small or regular one. But the high C is kind of like an off red. It's not, you know, the full coloring. And so I'm thinking, maybe the machine just broken, or it's just, you know, that's it. I'm not even paying attention at this point. I'm just like, I felt so uncomfortable with the interaction that we had, with her eye contact, the way she spoke to me. It was kind of she was very conscious, or she was very condescending and pretentious. And then she goes, how many sauces, or what sauces do you want? No, she didn't say how many. She said, what sauces do you want? I go, barbecue and the sweet and sour sriracha. She throws a bunch of them in my hand, just enough so I won't come back, and goes, oh, you got it? You know, and I was like, yeah, I got it. You know what I mean? Grab my little plate, my card placement where they would bring my food back. Took the barbecue sauces, went and sat down. After that, she persisted to go talk to, I think, either her manager or assistant manager, and a Hispanic gentleman who, instead of her who was supposed to bring out the food, he brought out the food. And at this point, I was a little confused, but then things started to click, because there was another Hispanic girl and herself who were bringing food to others, but there wasn't that many people in there, nor was there any extra that had just popped up when I had come. So she had purposely went and asked him to come serve me. Now, when he went back and he came back, he actually refilled my drink. He took my trash and everything. It was real awesome. Great service. He comes back and gives me a high C, and the high C is red. Not pink like the other one. Not a little off red like the other one. It was red, not watered down at all. And I instantly was just like, what the hell is this happening right now? I couldn't believe it. I didn't understand what it was that made me a target of the discrimination. I didn't understand what made it, like, what in her mind, like, what I did to her in her past life, because I've never met this person before. Now, we're going to take a break right quick. We're going to pause right here. I'm going to be giving you guys a part 2, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.